Good evening, y'all. What's going on? Tap in with me. Hello, good evening. Get out of ChexSystems. That's today's class. What's up, y'all? What's up, Spence? What's up, my guy? What's up, y'all? Tap in. Today we're going to be talking getting out of ChexSystems. Peace and blessings to you, too. Y'all want to get out of ChexSystems? Who's stuck in ChexSystems? What's up, y'all? It's Haitian CEO. Thank you guys for tapping in. We appreciate you guys for always showing love. Hey, what's up, Robin? What's up, all things Joe? Tim, I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you for the flowers. Thank you. Milkman in the building. What's up, y'all? I know you can get IC Systems off my credit report. Oh, that's a collection. Yeah, that's light work. Listen, Benny, check out my YouTube page. My last video, we showed you how to get collections off. We got you. So tonight we're gonna go live with Regine again. This is gonna be a short class. I'm looking forward to seeing you too next weekend, TJ. We appreciate you. What's up, Craig? What's up, Chiefy? So ChexSystems, that's when, what's up, Regine? I see you. Tap in, Regine. That's when you're trying to open up a bank account, but you can't because you got a negative report on your actual banking systems, right? So we're gonna talk about how to get yourself off of ChexSystems. All right, Spence, we thank you for the badge. I appreciate you. ChexSystems be getting people denied for too many inquiries, and it messes up your score. Class is sold out. I'm saving this class though. This recording, I'm gonna save it for you guys. All right? No, the class is sold out, Edson. The class is sold out. Regine, what's up?
Hey,
Yo, you see the class sold out?
yes,
The
I
class is.
see.
I warned them. I was like, when we do something, it's gonna get sold out. It's gonna get sold out,
Yeah.
and it's gone. And there won't be a recording. And we're just giving too much sauce. So the people that are missing the class next week, I don't know if we're gonna do it again, but we're gonna show you how to fight negative items off of your credit using consumer law. We're gonna show you how to pay your utilities, your cell phone bill, using special taxes where you never have to pay them again. We're gonna show them how to get their down payment back for their cars. It's gonna be a lit week on June the 3rd. So I'm sorry to you guys. We cannot open any more seats. We opened seats last week, so we can't do it again this week. We're absolutely packed, but it's gonna be lit. But tonight, the DMs have been annoying me about ChexSystems. Regine, are you able to help them out with this ChexSystem situation?
Yeah, I am. If
If
they ready,
they ready, all right.
if they
Listen,
ready.
drop a fire emoji if you got your paper and pen ready. Drop your fire emoji if you got your paper and pen ready. Are you guys ready to start? Are you guys ready to start? All right. I can't open it. I've been promoting for a month. All right. You guys got to be on top of it. Y'all got to be executors. Right. I've been promoting for a long time, and y'all know when I do something, it's gonna get sold out. Y'all know when I do it. Right. So this is a special class. There's nothing I can do because we have capacity. Right. So they say, yo,
Right.
you can only put 150 people in the room. That's all I can do. Right. So it's not up to me, guys. I wish I could live stream it, but we're literally going to be holding people's hands and walking them through this process. So listen, rush hour. I want you to go look at our video. I put it on my YouTube page, Sloan Enterprises. Go check it out, and you'll see the collection class we just had last week. So Regine,
Yes.
Regine. People trying to open up bank accounts. They trying to get business funding. Let's look. How can we help them able to open up these bank systems? And before we start, can you tell what the difference is between early warning systems and check systems?
Okay. So early warning system is basically it's owned by the three top banks, which is Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo.
Mm,
With early warning systems, the reason why some of us get that flag on when we go apply for things is because it's either something was fraudulently done on multiple bank accounts that you previously had, bounce checks, false checks being deposited. So they basically put a red flag. They basically blackballed you, those 3 top banks. So if you go to the bank, and if you go to Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo, and you go apply, and they tell you you're in early warning systems, that's probably why.
Dang. So Chase, so they when they put you in early warning systems, it's for all banks, or they're the 3 that did it. They're one of the 3.
They're the 3 that they own. They own early warning systems.
Ooh.
They own early warning systems. So that's their little network to basically monitor people who apply. And they're like, listen, this person has been opening bank accounts, has been fraudulent. They have bounced checks. They've been putting fake checks, or something's not right. So they know not to open bank accounts with you guys when you walk into a bank. Well, those 3 banks.
Can somebody in early warning systems go to another bank outside of the big 3?
They can.
They can.
Yeah, because not all banks use the early warning system.
All right. So for my people on the call who are having trouble with early warning system, can they get out of it?
Navy
or
Fed,
they just
is one of them as well that has early warning systems.
The Navy
as
Fed,
well.
Navy Fed too.
They utilize them too.
Can they get out of it, or they just have to bank someplace else?
They can get out of it. The process is basically similar to how you get out of ChexSystems. You basically have to request your consumer report from them to see what's on there and what they're reporting, and you have to dispute it.
Oh, all right, bet. Then this class is for everybody. All right, let's start. Early warning system, ChexSystems, paper and pen. What's the top 5? What's the 5 steps? What we doing, sis? Talk to me.
All right. So say that again. I didn't hear you. You broke up a little bit.
I was saying. So is there 5 steps? There's 10 steps. Let's go through the steps on how to get people out of ChexSystems primarily, but these steps will help you get out of early warning system. Let's walk through it.
Right. So when it comes to ChexSystems, y'all know ChexSystems is basically a system that the banks and credit unions use. So if you go into a bank account and you get denied a checking or savings account, it's because you have a negative listing on ChexSystems that's causing them to tell them not to open that bank account up for you. Mm-hmm. So ChexSystem is a network of financial institutions that come together to monitor us when we go and try and open up a checking account or a savings account. Okay. So basically the ChexSystems, it lists basically insufficient bank accounts that you had that close with insufficient funds, accounts that close with a balance, bounced checks, excessive overdrafts. All those will be on ChexSystems. And that's why when you go to a bank, they be like, nah, we're not opening up a check account because all of these things is showing up. So in order to get these things off of ChexSystems, you actually have to go on the website. The same thing goes for early warning as well. You're going to go on ChexSystems.com. You're going to go and request your consumer report. That's the first step. Okay. You're going to go and you're going to request your consumer report. People need to understand ChexSystem is like Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. They're a credit reporting agency. Okay. They're reporting negative items, but the negative items that they're reporting are basically your imperfect banking habits. That's what they're reporting. Okay. And those imperfect banking habits is causing you not to get a checking account at the bank that you would like to get a checking account from. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go on the website, or you can call and request your consumer report. Once you receive your consumer report, then you're going to look through it and you're going to see what negative accounts that are on your consumer report. It'll show you bounced checks. It will show you everything. Yeah, it will show you everything. It will show everything. The ChexSystems will basically list everything that you ever done. Okay. And
so step number 1, everybody got to go to ChexSystem.com and request their consumer report. Yes. And by law, they have to give it to you. And once you get it, now you can see the negative items, just like TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Right. You have a banking consumer report, and now you can look what's on it to see the negative items on it. Thank you, DC Benny. Screenshot it. All right, what's the next step after you review what's on your credit report?
So before we go to the next step, when you go and you request your consumer report from ChexSystem, I want you guys to know that ChexSystems gives you 1 free report every year, right? Okay. They give you 1 free report every year. And also, if you go to a bank and they deny you a checking account or a savings account within the past 60 days, ChexSystem owes you a free credit report.
Ooh, we got to repeat that. You got to repeat that. Once you say the word free, like my man Montez just said, you got to slow down. Go ahead. Say that again.
So if you go to the bank, right,
Mm-hmm.
and they deny you from opening up a checking or savings account, and it's been in the last 60 days, ChexSystems owes you a free credit report.
Boom. Boom. All right.
Because by law, they have to tell you why they denied you.
Okay. Excellent.
Right.
Excellent. Okay.
So the second step would be, once you receive your consumer report, you're going to look through it, and you're going to mark up everything that you see that's negative that you want deleted, right? Everything that you see, if it's a bank account, whatever it is that's on it that's causing you not to be able to open up that checking account, you're going to mark it up. And there's two ways that you can dispute. Well, three ways. There's three ways that you can dispute. There's three ways. So I do have a ChexSystem kit, and the link is in my bio if you guys want to purchase it. I just updated the first letter, which is very powerful. So y'all might want to use that template.
Okay.
So in the template, y'all going to list all of the bank accounts that's listed on your ChexSystems. Once you list all the bank accounts, the name of the bank account, you're going to list the account number. You're also going to list, if there's a balance, you're going to list it as well on the template letter. You're going to list all the bank accounts that's on there. You're going to sign the template letter. You're going to get it notarized, and you can dispute it online. You have the option of disputing online, and you have the option of mailing it in certified. I would say do all three. So you can dispute it online and upload the letter as well. You can mail it certified. And you can also fax it as well.
Fax it as well. So there's three ways for you to dispute the negative items on your ChexSystems, right? But because it's a better strategy to do it at the same time.
Right. Okay. Do it at the same time. We're going to hit them in all avenues. So if they say, oh, we didn't receive it, you sent it three different ways. So there's no way that they didn't get it. You know what I mean? You can also call and dispute over the phone. If you like to talk and argue and go back and forth, you can also call. I have the number. Hold on 1 minute. The number to call is 1-800-513-7125.
All right, say it again. 1-800
513-7125.
137125.
Yes.
So that's the ChexSystems phone number to fight.
Yes. After you get your consumer report.
After you get your consumer report and you're looking at it, now it's time to dispute these negative items by just calling them and talking to them. We're going to talk to you about the strategy about that in a second. Right. But remember, guys, so step one, go to ChexSystems.com and request your consumer report for your ChexSystems. So I want you to share this live out. Tell your friends and family, hey, if you're in ChexSystems, you can't open an account, I need you to hop on this live. Don't be selfish, guys. We got to get this information out. Step two is mark up the consumer report that you got from ChexSystems, right, with all the negative items on there. So bounce checks, overdraft fees, all that. That's what you're talking about, right?
If you see that on there, mark it up. Mark it up. And then when you go to fill out that template letter that I said is in the link in my bio, you're going to list all of those accounts on that template letter. You're going to list them all on that template letter.
Let me ask you something. Right. So like when we doing consumer law, when we're fixing personal credit, I know sometimes you say don't put everything on there at one time, right? Because it's going to look frivolous. Right. Now on ChexSystems,
it's different.
When we're writing these letters, it's different. We could put everything at one time.
It's all from a bank. It's all from banks. It's all one category.
So it's a different game we playing.
ChexSystem is listing all banks. So you're disputing what you feel is incorrect. They didn't have permission to furnish that information on ChexSystems. You didn't give them permissible purpose. What proof do they have? Does ChexSystem have the contract you had when you signed with Chase or if you signed with Navy Federal? Do they have a copy of that bounce check? Why are they reporting it? They have to provide that stuff to you. That's what the letter is basically letting them know. Please provide me with these things. And if you can't provide me with the contract that I signed with Chase, Navy Federal, Truist, if you can't provide me with a copy of that bounce check or them insufficient funds or a list of the payments that I missed or whatever it was, If y'all can't provide me with that, y'all have to delete this account by
Wow.
law. By
Wow.
law.
CEO just said, just like just identify everything that's negative. Correct. So somebody asked,
Yes.
Robin was like, what do you mean markup? So listen, any negative item on that consumer law, on that consumer report, bounce checks, insufficient funds. What about inquiries too?
You can do it. You can include the inquiries as well. The reason why I say mark up the consumer report is so that when you're filling out the template letter, you don't miss anything. You have all the negative items in front of you and you know how you're going to set up your letter. That's why I said to mark it up. That way you can look at the consumer report and piggyback off the consumer report and copy it over to the template letter.
Wow. Wow, wow. So fighting ChexSystems is a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. Okay. So the inquiries that I'm getting, because here I want to talk to my business credit clients that are on the call right now, because y'all was running the bag up when I showed y'all how to get $100,000, $250,000 in funding. You're not gonna get that from one bank. You're getting that from several banks. So I was telling people, I was like, chill, like don't open up 10, 20 banks in 1 month. Minimum 3 to 4 per month when you're trying to get funding. When you're open up business checking accounts is what I mean, right? Because
Right.
that's a lot of inquiries. So I was like, spread it out. One a week, right? Or like 3 or 4 for the month. And then the next month, then you open up some new bank accounts and then you go get some more funding. That's the play. That's how we do for our clients, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting a lot of inquiries on your ChexSystems, but right now, Sis Regine is giving us the game, just like how you get the inquiries on your personal credit report when you're getting business funding. Now you can get the inquiries off of ChexSystems when we running it up. Okay, so the game is changing. Once again, Regine, you're giving too much.
And
Once again.
you have to be patient and you have to be persistent. Like this is not like regular credit repair. Just like
Mm,
we try to get a bankruptcy off, it's the same process. Y'all have to be patient. They may not respond. They may not respond for the first letter, so you send in the second letter.
okay.
So you have to be persistent. You have to be patient. Just because they don't respond to you when you send out the first dispute letter or you try to dispute it and they don't do what you ask them to do, that doesn't mean you quit there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked, will Dispute Panda fight them? So in Dispute Panda, I know that the static letters, they don't generate, Dispute Panda doesn't generate dispute letters for
ChexSystems.
ChexSystems,
Mm-hmm.
but they do have static letters. The static letters is basically a generic letter that's basically telling ChexSystems, please delete these bank accounts from my thing. That's basically what it's saying. It's a basic basic template letter. It's a basic template letter. Yeah.
Somebody asked this, just like on personal credit, when you remove the inquiry, it might shut down the credit card. Will removing a check system inquiry shut down the checking account?
So the inquiries, so from what I know is the inquiries that are showing up on your ChexSystems are the inquiries that are linked to the actual bank accounts that are listed on your ChexSystems.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get them removed, they don't notify the other companies that you remove them. They don't do that. So you
Okay.
can get them removed.
So
Yeah.
you can't get them
Yeah.
removed without it affecting the open
Right.
business or personal checking account.
Right.
Excellent,
Right.
excellent. So that's good news, making yourself look a lot less risky when you're opening up different checking accounts, especially when you're using it for the purposes of getting personal and business funding. So Regine just said something very interesting and very, very important. Very, very important. Ensuring that you guys are patient with the process. So removing negative items from check systems, she equated it to being as difficult, not impossible,
Right.
as difficult as bankruptcies. So I tell people there's levels to this game. Inquiries, like work collection, like work charge-offs, reversing late payments. Now you're getting into the heavy stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got your bankruptcies. Now on removing items off of your check system, negative items off of your check system, that is being compared to bankruptcies. It's gonna take a couple of rounds of letters. We need you to be patient,
Right.
right? How long
Right.
is it gonna take? We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. That's
Everybody, you
right.
got to try it yourself, and everybody's process is different.
Mm-hmm.
I could try it today and send in my disputes, and in 30 days, everything comes off.
Mm-hmm.
You could try it today, and 3 months down the line, you're still disputing things to come off. It's different for everybody. You know what I mean?
It's different for
Right.
everybody. And you
Yeah.
got the letters are in the link in your bio. I'm going to be saving this class, guys. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna save it to my page. I'm gonna put it on YouTube. I'm gonna put the links to get those letters in the YouTube description. So we got it, guys, because we always teach about using other people's money to make money. We're gonna make sure you have other people's resources, so you guys are gonna be put in position so you guys can win. All right. Pretty Lou asks, can I send this letter to CFPB about ChexSystems? Is CFPB connected at all to ChexSystems? Are they playing in that world too?
Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
So
a consumer.
it's in the name.
You're a consumer. They're a credit reporting agency.
Huh?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. If you're
So
reporting,
when you submit your complaint, you're not going to choose Equifax. You're not going to choose TransUnion that you're putting the complaint against. You're going to choose ChexSystems if it's there in the drop-down
mm-hmm.
menu. And you're going to submit your complaint. You're going to upload your letters and do it that way. That's another method you can use as well to submit your complaint.
Ooh, that's heavy. Yo, you know what's sad? You guys are breaking my heart. Someone just asked, do you teach debt discharge?
On June 3rd.
On June 3rd, she does, but the class is sold out. I warned y'all. I told y'all. Nobody takes me seriously when I tell
I
y'all,
do
yo.
teach it though. I am gonna teach it after June 3rd, but
All
that's
right, bet.
after I launch my
All right.
mentorship. But I am gonna be teaching it even after June 3rd.
Mentorship is coming, you guys. So turn. Listen, I keep telling y'all, I might be annoying with my posts because I like posting receipts, but when I post, it's valuable information, and we never waste you guys' time. So turn on post notification for myself and for Regine, because I've been posting about this live in-person class where we're going to be teaching check system hands-on. We're going to be teaching consumer law hands-on, and we're gonna if you guys missed the live call last week where Regine was like, I don't do 9 rounds of letters. I'm sending 1 or 2 rounds, and then we're going to sue to get it off your credit report. That's
Right.
what we're doing. We're not playing games, right?
Right.
So we go right for the gusto. Once we get the evidence that you did not do your job as the law says for you to do an investigation to verify and validate the information that's on my consumer report, by law, I get to sue you, and I can charge you about $1,000 per violation. So not only is she helping you repair your credit, but she's showing you how to get the bag. She's showing you how to get the bag. Are there repercussions for debt discharge? Are there? Is there repercussions for that?
Ask yourself that question again. What are they going to do? Put you in
Put
jail?
you in jail?
Because they discharged the debt?
That
Absolutely
sounds
not.
crazy. No, that's not happening. Not at all. Not at all. All right, so let's recap for those who came a little bit late. So, to get yourself out of ChexSystems or early warning system, first of all, that is being held by the big 3. You got Chase, Wells Fargo, and who else? Bank of America. Right.
Say that again.
Chase, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America. They're the one that own the early
warning system, but other banks participate in that system as well, like Navy Federal, Truist. They also participate in early warning as well.
Excellent, right? That's number 1. Number 2, you're going to go to ChexSystem.com and you're going to report. Get your consumer report from that website so you can check to see what is negative on your banking history. Mm-hmm. So negative balances, overdraft fees, all that. We're listing all of them at the same time on one letter, correct?
Yes.
All right, boom.
One letter.
The next step is we're going to mark up the letter. Everybody's like, what do you mean mark up the letter? You're going to circle all the negative items that are on there, right? And you're going to use the template letters that are in Regine's bio, or you can write them yourself, or you can use the one that the master uses, right?
Yep.
And be like,
or use ChatGPT. They can help you out too.
Or use Chat. Oh, listen, AI is killing it. Or you can use ChatGPT. Hey, write me a dispute letter for ChexSystems. ChatGPT will run it up for you, right?
Right.
And then you told them next step is to fax it, overnight it, and call to dispute at the same time. What's that number?
Fax, mail, or you can submit it online as well.
Or you can submit it online too.
Yes.
So you're going to hit them from all angles, because for ChexSystems, we're disputing it differently than we would if it was something on your personal credit report.
Right.
You're doing it totally different. And then when you're disputing it, you're telling me, hey, let's go through it real quick, Regine. You was like, hey, Do you have my contract with Chase? Go ahead.
Right.
What are the disputes you're gonna tell them? How you gonna what when you mark up the letter? When you write your own letter, if they don't want to purchase your templates, but they should purchase your templates, what are they gonna write in that letter for them to say, hey, how are you violating my rights? What are we gonna tell them?
You're going to basically tell them, dear ChexSystems, I was reviewing my consumer report and I noticed these bank accounts or these negative accounts being reported without my permission. I would like for you to furnish me my contract that I have with each of these banks with my signature on it. If it's a bounce check that's on there, can you please furnish me a copy of that bounce check? And that's basically how you're going to write up your letter. You're basically going to tell them, please provide me a signature or a contract that shows that I was negative on this account. And if you can't furnish it, y'all have to delete it.
How long does ChexSystem have to respond?
They have 30 days to respond, but my template letter says they have 15 days.
Ooh, so you're putting the pressure on them.
Right. Because you're sending it to the CEO.
Gotcha.
You're addressing the CEO of ChexSystems.
Oh, we're going right to the top. We're going right to the top. So listen, are we able to sue ChexSystems like we're able to sue Experian, TransUnion, Equifax?
ChexSystems is a consumer reporting agency.
Oh my God. This is deep.
They have to also abide by the FCRA laws.
Oh, y'all not paying attention. Y'all not paying attention. I peep, y'all not paying attention. Write that down. All right. Per violation, Sister Regine. Per violation. What can I sue them for?
Per $1,000.
$1,000. So real quick. Like, I want you to be realistic on this.
And deletion is admission too, so that's $1,000.
So if they delete it, they gotta pay you.
Right.
You see what happens now? You see what's crazy? How much was the class next week? How much was it?
$497. Yeah.
$497. I've been preaching it. I've been yelling it from the rooftop. $497. And next week in class, she's gonna show you how to sue. Right? $1,000 per violation. But you guys thought it was too expensive. You guys were sleeping on it. Right? You guys didn't have the initiative. Some of y'all missed the boat. We're going to figure something out later, but next week is ball game, right? So now everybody that comes to that class, can you imagine $1,000 per negative item? We're going to show you how to sue them, but you pay $497. This is wild. So you're saying every inquiry, every bounce check they got on that, every charge, negative account they said I got, right? Negative balance I got. Every one of those is $1,000. Now, I know you said on the personal side, depending on the state, there's a cap
for small claims.
Right. Now, is that the same for ChexSystems? It
is the same. So depending on the small claims court in your county, in your state, if you want to go big and go to the big courts and deal with the big honchos, go right ahead. But I'll stay to the small claims court and collect my little bag.
Get my little bag. Get my little $1,000 per violation. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. So mark up the letters and send them in. Listen, now, I know you said this will take a little bit longer, but you see how simple the steps were to dispute ChexSystems. Right. This isn't complicated. You just need to be patient. Yeah. How many rounds of letters would you do for ChexSystems before you take them to litigation?
4 rounds.
4 rounds. That's it.
4 rounds, yeah.
So you said, Brittany, we appreciate you, sis, for buying a badge. Brittany's one of my high-level VIP mentees. Did a VIP day in Philly. We appreciate you, sis. So 4 rounds of letters, and then month 5, I'm sending you to litigation.
Right.
Boom. All right, this is heavy.
You got all your exhibits.
You got exhibit 1, 2. Listen, I want you guys to understand something. Personal, Shanice, I appreciate you. Thank you for buying a badge. Personal credit or ChexSystems, right? If you are violating, we're going to take you to court. Right. We're going to take you to court, right? Because, guys, every time they send you a letter and they say, right, oh, it's been verified, or this is frivolous, that is evidence that you're going to bring to court. Right. You guys understand that? These letters where you guys feel rejected and dejected, that, yo, this is not working. You hired a credit repair company.
Jamil said do an affidavit of truth. The first letter in my link in my bio, it entails the affidavit of truth. So y'all might want to purchase it. It has all the laws. It's a template letter, but it has the affidavit of truth within it. The first letter in the link in my bio has steps 1 through 4. The first letter itself is the affidavit of truth, and it includes the dispute letter that you're going to send at the same time. So it lists all the facts that you're going to send to ChexSystems. You're going to get that first letter notarized, and you're going to sign it, and you're going to send it certified.
This is wow. So first of all, commercial break. Shanice, my kids are my life. Ella, thank you so much. What's up, Q? Thank you so much for buying a badge. I appreciate it. So you're saying, so this is wild. I didn't even know you had the affidavit of truth in the check system.
It's in the first letter.
Come on, guys.
It is.
Come on, guys. Listen, we're giving y'all the game here, man. Just all y'all got to do is execute. Just run the play. All you guys got to do is execute. Now, listen, Regine, a couple of people are hitting me in the question box. Are you taking on clients right now, or are you booked?
I'm not taking no clients right now until after I launch my mentorship in June.
So listen, guys, this is why when you reach to a certain level where you have to jump on certain things to execute on the process. And I know sometimes, hey, Herman, my money ain't right. But sometimes that opportunity just flies by, y'all. We appreciate you too, Jay. But we want to make sure you guys are put in position. That's why Regine was like, Herm, I can't take on any more clients. So let's just teach.
Right.
So that they know how to do it themselves, right? Because Regine is charging $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 for credit repair. I do the same thing. Or for $500, come to Philly, we'll teach you how to do it yourself, and now you can do it for your friends and family and start your own business too. Right? So and we're giving out the template letters next week. Like, we're putting on the thumb drive for y'all. We're making it so easy for you guys to be put in position. Congratulations to the 100+ people that are coming to the class on June the 3rd. I don't know when we're going to do this again, but we might do it again. But you know, our schedules are super, super crazy. But I appreciate you, Regine, for giving your time so we can teach everybody how to fish.
No problem.
Because we're too busy to take on 1,000 more clients, right? But we want to put you guys in position for the win. So, sis, we're going to walk through this one more time because we're going to wrap up this call.
Right.
You got to get ready for class on June the 3rd. So listen, to get yourself out of early warnings or ChexSystems, number one, you're going to go to ChexSystems.com and you're going to get your consumer report. All right. You're going to get your
or you can go to early warning and get your consumer report. Y'all can use the same template letters for early warning. Y'all don't have, there's no special, the same kit that's in my link in my bio. Y'all can use the same one for early warning. Just change the words, change ChexSystems to early warning. Change the ad. Yep, that's it.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. Mensa, I don't charge for getting you business funding. We just charge a success fee. DM us. Let me see what we can help you get funding with. Credit cards with a status like that, that's 50 to 100,000 easily. So that's number one. Number two, after that, you're going to get your consumer report from ChexSystems, and you're going to circle and mark up the negative items, right? So the inquiries, the charge-offs, the bounce checks, the overdraft fees. You're going to circle all of them, and you're going to mark up the page. Get a red pen, mark it up, right? You're going to use the template letters, or you're going to write the letters to the ChexSystems representatives and tell them, hey, I need verification on these negative items. Where's your contract I had with Chase that you're putting this on my credit report? Right?
Right.
Who told you that I got a bounce check from Wells Fargo?
Please provide me the proof. Yeah.
Please provide me the proof. And you're going to mail these letters in. You're going to fax this letter in. You're going to dispute it online, and you're going to call.
Right.
You're doing it 4 ways, and you're going to call. You're disputing it 4 ways. On the personal side, we're not hitting them that hard because they're going to mark it as frivolous. But on the check system, we're marking every last one of them, and we're sending the letter in.
Right.
And we're calling them, right? Yes. We're going to use 4. You're not going to go more than 4 rounds with this.
That's right.
After the 4th round, you're going to hit up your lawyer or yourself, right? And you're going to small claims court, and you are going to sue $1,000 per item that you circled on that credit report. And listen, Regine, am I lying? Am I lying? The moment they get that lawsuit, that's when they respond sometimes if they're
That's when
free.
they're gonna call you.
That's when they're gonna call
How can we
you.
help you?
How can we
Yep.
help you? Let's negotiate. Yeah, we got 13 negative items on here. I want $13,000 and it removed from my credit, from my consumer report. All right, why don't we do this? We'll delete everything and we'll give you $5,000. Are you okay with that? Regina, is that something that usually happens?
Yep.
They negotiate.
Krieg said pro se. That's right.
Yes,
You're
pro
pro
se. Oh,
se.
Krieg on
Pro
it.
se. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Listen, DC was like, even if we have an open account, we can dispute the inquiry. Yes, you can dispute the inquiry.
You can
This is
dispute it.
this is a little bit different when it comes to ChexSystems. It's a little bit different. So now this is a free live that we just did, and we showed you how to get $1,000 per negative item on your credit report. All you got to do is go. How much are the letters in the link?
The whole kit that includes all the 4 letters and instructions is $75.
$75. Stop playing with me. $75. And it's $75 is light because you can't open up a bank account. That means you can't move in this country.
Right.
You need a bank account. You need to be able to bank. $75 is light. And we're teaching you how to fish.
Right.
Listen, everybody who bought a ticket to June 4th, I can't wait to see y'all. We got mad surprises for you. Stuff we can't even post online. We can't say it online because they're going to shadow ban this page. I know it for 100%. But I can't wait to see you guys on June the 3rd. Regine, you promised you was going to hop back on this live, and we thank you and we appreciate you so much for this, sis. I'm going to see you on June the 3rd. So we're going to save this live, right? So you guys have the information. Share it with your friends. I'm going to put it on our YouTube page. Go to our YouTube page, Bella Sloan Enterprises, to see the live class that Regine did last week on how to remove collections off of your credit report. And we showed you how to sue also. So listen, man, we giving you the game. We gave it away for free. All you got to do is execute, man. Regine, thank you so much for being supportive to the page and to the team. Allegra is one of the beautiful won the free ticket to the class. So we look forward to seeing her next week. Sis, have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Live from DC and live from Philly. This is the Fight Funding Mastermind crew. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.
All right.